Yo, what is up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another video here today. Here to talk about Perkz, Alphari, and Mad Lion's current AD carry, Carzzy. So, at LEC Wulo tweets, sources, as shared by Anonymotum, Perkz and Alphari have found an agreement with Vitality and will play for them next year. Then, if you go and look at Anonymotum's Twitter, he also posts, Perkz and Alphari will play in Vitality next season. The agreement would have been recently accepted by both parties. More details. Then you come over to the link that he posted. This guy works for at Esports Medicals, and then there is a portion of the article in the native language, and then there is the part in English. Sources, Perkz and Alphari will play in Vitality next season. The agreement would have been recently accepted by both parties. According to close sources, one of the biggest moves of this offseason would have been decided recently. Perkz and Alphari would have reached an agreement with Vitality to compete in the next season of LEC 2022, according to information provided by various sources close to the movement. The Perkz agreement came days ago, but everything was pending of Alphari's decision. Barney and his agent reportedly reached an agreement with the club recently. The rumors about Perkz and Alphari emerged a week ago. Both players wanted to compete together and were looking at different offers. And as sources close to it pointed out, Vitality was the strongest option. Vitality would be putting together a super roster, counting on Alphari on the top lane, Selfmade on the jungle, and Perkz on the center line. The bot lane would not yet be decided, and different world-class AD carries would be in the works. Perkz and Alphari return home. Perkz is one of the players with the biggest fan base in Europe. His time at G2 Esports is one of the longest and most successful careers in esports. He entered in 2015 as a starting mid laner in the Ocelot organization. In 2018, G2 decided to assemble a roster to win the World Cup. Perkz made the decision to change his role to AD carry so Caps could play in the center line with G2. Perkz had a long career where he won countless LEC trophies and MSI and was one best of 5 away from winning the World Cup. The past season, he has been competing in North America with Cloud9. They managed to get out of the group stage in the so-called group of death by the fans, thus eliminating FPX, one of the favorites to win the World Cup. Alphari had a similar fate last year. The Welshman, after a great performance in the European League, was signed by Team Liquid. Over the course of this year, Alphari has had ups and downs with Team Liquid, but eventually Barney qualified for the Worlds. Team Liquid was eliminated in the group stage. Okay, so this is actually probably going to go down as one of the biggest off-season moves, if not ever, in the past couple of years. But then again, like the 2020 offseason was absolutely crazy. Doublelift and Bjergsen announcing retirement, Perkz and Alphari coming to an A. I would have to say this is probably going to be the biggest move for the 2021 offseason, because as I reported before, you know, Perkz was not very happy in North America. And as we already know about Alphari from this year with him playing in Team Liquid, he was also not very happy. And then we had the rumors come out that Perkz and Alphari wanted to play on the same team. I had also mentioned that even last year, Team Vitality tried to get a super roster together, and this is going to be one of them. You're going to have Perkz, Alphari, Selfmade, and I would imagine you keep Labrov, because Labrov, he was actually really underrated earlier this year, and I thought a lot of people were really underrating this guy. I think he could be a truly great EU support coming up in 2022 if he has this roster that was rumored, and now he's going to pretty much have this roster as we get more and more confirmation that Perkz and Alphari will play on Team Vitality in the LEC 2022 season. So looking at it this way, I think it's a good thing that Perkz and Alphari move away from Cloud9 and Team Liquid. I mean, as we already know, Perkz had more success on Cloud9 than Alphari had with Team Liquid. And it's the thing where, like, I understood why they left Europe when they did last year, and they went to try and win in North America. They most likely thought it was going to be a whole lot easier winning in North America because obviously the LCS is, well, pretty darn fucking bad, you know? And a lot of issues came up. Well, in Perkz' case, he actually won, you know, the LEC 2021 Spring Split. They did pretty poorly at the MSI 2021, you know, that tournament. Then you have the LCS 2020 Summer Split. They played bad pretty much the entire fucking regular season. In playoffs, it got a bit better, but they lost to 100 Thieves, you know, at Worlds 2021. They did make it out of the group of death, but it did not look that good in week 1. Then they got easily swept by Gen G, but there was a close games, obviously, you know, so take that for what it is. But, you know, Perkz, after that press conference, after they lost to Gen G at the League of Legends 2021 World Championship, he basically looked done. Alphari looked done with Team Liquid literally after he got benched by Jat in week 1 of the LCS 2021 Summer Split. So, Perkz, Alphari, Selfmade, and Labrov, that's a pretty darn stacked roster right there. And then we have another rumor that came out by LEC Wulo today. Sources: as part of their super team plan, Carzzy is going to play for Vitality next year. That is going to be a stacked roster. And he has follow-up tweets right here that I'm going to go over. Carzzy was rumored to be Perkz' AD carry, and sources say he is Vitality's AD carry of choice, but an agreement has yet to be made. He said okay, I fucked up. The phrasing for that, on that one. Sorry, I swear. I read it twice. But yes, to clarify, Perkz wants Carzzy. Carzzy is also Vitality's priority, but Vitality and Carzzy have yet to find an agreement in the coming days. If an agreement is found, Carzzy will play alongside support Labrov. Both players were teammates in Big in 2019. So, if you're looking at this Vitality roster, you know, looking at it just right now, you know, I'm pretty much just going off of their, you know, 2021 performances, you know? So, you have Alphari, really good top laner. The problem with Alphari is he struggles with transitioning leads. It's not about getting the lead, it's about transitioning the lead itself. You know, we saw that at Worlds 2021, where, like, he would get leads and not really transition them, like, at all, pretty much. Like, in the way that you expect him to transition leads, right? Selfmade looked pretty much better in Team Vitality than he did in Fnatic. But I think that was also partly due to the fact that Leader was so fucking bad, you know, in Team Vitality. You know, is Perkz an upgrade over Leader? Yes, but, like, how much is it gonna be an upgrade in terms of, like, as a mid laner itself? Because we know Perkz brings a lot of intangibles, but if you look at Perkz' performance as a mid laner just this year, and you don't go off narratives, I mean, he didn't really look that good, actually. And I love Perkz. I've literally watched Perkz' career over all these years, from start all the way till now. And if I'm just taking this year as an isolation, Perkz has not played that good all year long. I mean, he looked pretty solid in spring. He looked pretty off at MSI. He looked pretty off in the LCS 2021 Summer Split regular season. Playoffs, it looked a bit better, but still kind of off. At Worlds 2021, it was very hot and cold, you know. So if I'm taking just this super team as it is, I mean, the solid pieces they have are, you know, Labrov with high potential. You have Alphari, really good top laner. You have Selfmade. On his best days, is arguably the best jungler in the LEC, but on his worst days, he is a pretty shitty player, you know? Perkz, on one of his best days, could easily be one of the best mids in the LEC. We saw it the last time around. He was on G2 when he played mid lane for the LEC 2021, the LEC 2020 Spring Split, where he had Caps go to AD carry, and he went back to mid just for that split, right? But the thing here is with Europe, it's going to be a lot more competitive, and it's going to make Perkz initially, like, I guess going in, he's going to be weak right off the bat, But if you look at like how stronger the rosters are in Europe compared to North America as a whole, I'm not talking like regional strength. I'm talking about just as a whole, the mid laners are better in Europe, so Perkz is going to get a chance to play against better players like he did before. The reason why people thought he was going to be a really good player in mid laner coming into the LCS 2021 spring split was because he had played really well as a mid laner the split in the spring split of the LEC 2021 spring split, where he swapped back to mid and Cass went back to ADC, like I previously mentioned, because he was actually looking really, really good based off the caliber of mid laners he was facing. Now, if you look at what's going on right now, he doesn't look that good going in, but I think with the caliber of competition, he could be better in the long term. Over leader, actually. Alright, so Carzzy, he has a lot of upside. I think Carzzy is a good player, but the thing here is Carzzy looked good alongside Kaiser. It's going to be Carzzy's first time, away from Kaiser. He did play with LeBron before in Big, like I said before, in the ERLs. That was a while ago. He's mostly looked at his peak form with Kaiser, though. So the thing here is, could he look the same way, with LeBron, And that's the thing here, is if you're taking the Team Vitality roster that's going to get replaced with the Super Team, okay, you have SLT and Shigenda and Alphari. Okay, I'm taking Alphari. Self-made was a jungler anyway. That's fine. You have Leader and Perkz. Leader look dog shit. Perkz look like inconsistently consistent. I'll take Perkz. Perkz is better also long-term if you want a franchise player. Then you have Crown Shot, okay? Crown Shot didn't look bad, but Carzzy is a bit better in the long term, right? And then you have Lebrov, which is fine, right? So this Vitality Super Team is pretty much going to be consisting of Alphari, Self-Made, Perkz, Carzzy, and Lebrov. That's a stacked roster, but if you're looking at their recent performances, it's not looking great, but it has a lot of upside to it. I think they could be they're easily probably going to be a top 4. It's hard to say, though. Like, what's their ceiling, though? Their ceiling overall, I personally think, could be potentially, first place if all things play out right. Lowest, I think they could be a 3rd place team. 4th place, depending on how the weeks go moving into next year. We have to see what the meta is going to look like and what the players' strengths are, coming into that meta itself when we see more games, obviously. But I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about a Vitality Super Team of Alphari, Self-Made, Perkz, Carzzy, and Lebrov? And with that, I will see you guys later. If there are more rumors that later on are pretty much downright confirmed at this point, because Perkz has been basically alluding to him being on Team Vitality. Right here. You see it right here. Yesterday, he had pretty much a tweet confirming he's on Vitality. Literally. I'm a black and orange bee. I'm a black and orange bee. Okay? What organization has that logo? Team Vitality. I'm a black and orange bee walking on 9 clouds. I'm a gamer too. What am I? Damn, Reckless coming out. Are you happy, angry, or sad? Holy shit. Holy shit, man. Oh, Reckless. What a banger. Oh, what a banger. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about this Vitality Super Team? What do you think the highest ceiling this roster can reach, potentially in the LEC as a whole? But you have to kind of factor this in too. Vitality has never won an LEC trophy, okay? Vitality has been in the LEC ever since the EU LCS 2016 spring split, okay? That is more than 5 years they've been in. The highest placing they have they've gotten to what? 3rd place matches before, when they were at their peak, when they had their roster of Kablashar, Jizuke, Attila, what was it got? Jack Troll and fucking Gilius Kikis, that roster, Yamato Cannon head coach. They went to Worlds in 2018. Literally, that's their highest peak was in 2018, finishing what? Going as the second seed for Europe, finishing third place overall, for, I think, yeah, both the splits actually. No, they finished fourth because they lost to Splice in that spring split for 2018. So, like, that was Vitality's best year in 2018, finishing fourth in the EULCS 2018 spring split. They finished overall third. They finished second, arguably with the third place match or some shit like that. It's weird how that all works, basically. But you guys see my point. Like, outside of just basically 2018, Vitality's been pretty much nothing. So could this be the very first time this organization gets to lift a trophy? I mean, I got a Vitality jersey, actually. It looks really, really good, actually. So I can't wait to have one that says Perkz on it, though. But that's what I want. But that's what I want to basically ask you guys is, what's the highest ceiling you see this roster? Could you see this roster finally giving Team Vitality their first LEC trophy ever? Could you see this roster going to MSI 2022, Worlds 2022? Let me know in the comment section below. If there are any more rumors, I will pretty much obviously do videos on them. I hear that G2 has their new support now, so that's going to be really interesting. But I will see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys later. Deuces. I'm out this thing, man. Peace.